All right, guys, thank you for joining me tonight again. Appreciate it. So, tonight's video, sorry, we're going to be talking about the risk of the future. Now, why are we talking about the risk of the future? Because there were a couple of things that I would say, accidentally stumbled upon when looking up certain things. For example, and this is just one subject tonight, actually. It's called innovation zones, right? So, innovation zones, guys, it's an interesting concept, if you ask me. But there's a lot of things that can go wrong with innovation zones. And a lot of the premise, sorry, I'm trying to look up something. Um, all right, nothing, forget it. The thing with innovation zones, guys, the innovation zones are designed are the designated spaces where cities can test civic technology. That's technology for civilians, drones, public Wi-Fi's on a smaller scale that's safe for the city. There are probably, I think there's two innovation zones now that are currently active. I think one's in South America, and there's another one, I didn't know about this one, in Denver. And I forgot the area that it's in. But anyway, innovation districts, they also call them, either innovation zones or districts, allow cities to test different pieces of smart technology, pick and choose the best option, and then scale them throughout the rest of the municipality, the city. As of late 2016, more than 80 cities across the globe were actively taking this approach. Reno, Nevada was one of them, but that was shot down later by the city council. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was supposed to be in Reno or Vegas. It was one of the two, but it was shot down. With that being said, guys, these are places looking to do business completely independent from local laws and act like their own government. That is the danger of innovation districts or zone. They want to be their own government. Essentially, they want to be their own state inside of a state. The problem with the innovation zones operating that way, guys, is that, for example, I'm a billionaire, right? And I buy an innovation zone, or I create an innovation zone. And you create innovation zones by heavily donating to the governor and politicians of that state. That's one way how it goes down. All that other bullshit that you're going to read about, and I will tell you guys, look up innovation zones yourself. Look at how it reads. It reads like some shit out of a fucking old age pamphlet. It's going to be good for the city. It's going to create jobs. The same bullshit mumbo jumbo they always give us. With that, guys, if I buy an innovation zone or I bribe somebody to create an innovation zone, I am done with the innovation zone after 20 years. I'm like, fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore. But it's still mine, theoretically. If I have ownership of this and I want to sell it to, I don't know, the Chinese, right, or the Russians, now they have an innovation zone that runs off its own government. They can they can modify that government to how they want. That's the one thing that's not being spoken about when it comes to innovation zones. They can modify the zone to how they want, and essentially it could be their own country. That's my bone to pick with innovation zones. I get it. I get the allure with it and testing new technology. That's great. But when you start taking, or rather selling, state sovereignty to the highest bidder, that becomes a problem, because that's just a matter of time, guys, until fucking they nitpick this country till it's gone. I mean, yes, certain people, the Chinese, are already doing this in our country. They're already buying land and designating it as their own, but they haven't stolen the sovereignty of that state yet, where innovation zones will do so. So, granted that the Chinese are buying land all over the fucking United States, they're still not instituting their own laws, whereas innovation zones or innovation districts can. So that's the bad thing. So now, with that, guys, it was the Blockchain LLC chief executive, Jeffrey Burns. He donated money to the current governor at the time. The amount wasn't disclosed. Apparently, it was some fucking astronomically high, sickening amount. But whatever. Tech companies have donated up to 1 point. Sorry, 1 point. I'm saying this wrong. Sorry, have donated up to $1 billion to get such land and innovation zone. In return, guys, they get their own local judicial and school system, and obviously postal area as well, zip code. If they implement, and they can implement their own tax amount, so it could be tax free, or it could be fucking 5%, or it could be 50%. 50% wouldn't make sense because the way these people are running these innovation zones, there would be little to no taxes. But still, donating $1.2 billion to get local judicial system of your own and your own school system is bad, because again, that's selling a piece of sovereignty of that state. And then what is Nevada going to do? They're going to sell different fucking parts of their state until they give away all their sovereignty, until there's nothing left. So anyway, the bill was introduced to get blockchain LLC its power, but it was withdrawn later. This was in Reno, Nevada. So back in 2018, San Antonio had announced that they plan to create 3 innovation zones or districts as a part of its smart city initiative. This is now 2022, and nothing has been done. COVID put a slowdown in a lot of the innovation cities that were supposed to pop up all over the place. Denver was another city that has a thriving innovation district, not city or zone, but they call it a district. So that's that. Now, states are selling their sovereignty for cash, guys. They're allowing innovation districts and zones to have their own city rules and become independent of that state and maybe and even the country, which, again, because of the Constitution and other legal problems, that one will be hard, becoming more dependent of the country. But again, like I said, why is it a bad deal? Well, it's a bad deal because if these guys decided to sell to one of our fucking enemies, our enemies can now plant themselves by, let's say, Wuhan LLC fucking buys the innovation zone from me. So now Wuhan LLC owns this fucking innovation zone. But then the government, who has a lot of, they have a lot of play in their businesses, can now interject what they want done with that innovation zone in the United States. Again, guys, it's bad in that sense. Now, if we didn't have this contentious problem with China and or Russia, would it be a big deal? Yes, it still would be, because China is looking to rule. That is their fucking main thing, guys. They want to rule the world. And what better way to rule the world than starting a fucking innovation zone or buying one and fucking implementing your own governmental rules? All right? So these are things that we have to fucking absolutely keep an eye on. Yes, the roaming prepper. Exactly. We're basically selling off sovereignty to private investors. We're selling off state sovereignty. As far as right now, I don't know if there's any federal innovation districts being talked about, but nonetheless, it's on the table. States. New York hasn't spoken about it yet, which I'm fucking surprised. But San Andrea, I think, was one of the places that were talking about it. Brazil, if maybe it's the same place, but anyway, Brazil was talking about it as well. I think there's one in there's a South American country where it's a crypto city, but essentially it's a innovation district as well. Flyover state. That's again, I'm looking for the legality of this. I'm like, how's this shit legal? I don't know. I don't know how they're getting away with this. I don't know how. Again, Nevada tried and it got shot down. I'm in country, not Vancouver. But yeah, I don't know how selling a piece of it or making that deal, because you still have state constitution that you have to go by, and then you have the United States Constitution, and you also have the Bill of Rights and all these other things that protect that kind of shit from happening. But again, leave it to lawyers and shit to find a loophole to start these things. Now, again, guys, legally, it can't happen. But if they pick at it enough, like they're doing the Second Amendment, if they pick at it enough, they can get their way. So I think that's the drive, that's the motive. And a lot of these places, guys, they're touting this as, well, this is going to help the future. And we're going to help the future by building these innovation cities, creating these jobs, coming up with technology that's going to help the American people. That's how they push it. Now I made that up, that speech, but I'm pretty sure that's how they're gonna fucking push it, and that's a bad thing. Again, selling our sovereignty, guys, shouldn't be on the table. It really shouldn't be, or state sovereignty for that matter. Sorry, shouldn't be on the table. I can't see the federal government doing it because there's too many moving parts for that. There's too many moving parts with that going on. But Henry was talking about the meat. What you call it? What's that called? That pork fucking industry. That Smithfields. That fucking the Chinese bought, and then they shut down the plant. And I think it was in California or some shit. That should be a case in point why you don't let them buy anything in this country anymore. We should not be allowing the Chinese to buy any fucking business. I don't understand why a lot of the maybe they do. Listen, maybe these business owners know. Maybe these business owners knew what they were getting themselves into, but they should not allow China to buy any company in the United States at all. They are our fucking enemy right now. Why are we allowing our enemy to buy fucking anything in this country? And yet they'll sit there and go, well, it's not the Chinese government, it's the businesses. Well, motherfucker, the fucking Chinese government runs those businesses. They have a fucking hook in every last business that's in China. Every last business has a hook in them from the Chinese government. No matter where the fuck you are in the world, whatever Chinese business is starting anywhere in this world, the Chinese government has a hook in them. So again, why are we allowing them to buy anything in this country? It's beyond me. Smithfield, the owner, should fucking be tarred and feathered, if you ask me, for giving his business up to the fucking enemy. And believing their bullshit too, if he did. And yes, somebody was like, yes, Disney did it for a long time. Yeah, but this is a little more. They didn't call them innovation zones then, or maybe they did, but I don't recall Disney being called an innovation zone. This is something new that they want to govern. Now, Disney had its own governing body, but it wasn't to the point of judicial systems. They didn't have that going. That's out. But the fact that Nevada was thinking about doing that, or the Nevada governor was thinking about giving that up, that's shit. Prep Rebel, you're right. They shouldn't be buying shit in this country. They should not be. And listen, for those selling their farms to the Chinese, they should all be tarred and feathered because you are giving your business straight to the enemy, who does what? Turns around and shuts down the plant. Nope, we're not making. We're not operating out of this plant anymore. We're gonna have to shut it down. And then here we are, right? Then someone just said 3,000 jobs were lost. I think that's what they were saying. 3,000 jobs were lost. But yeah, it's fucking Wilman. Yes, William. Sorry, it's definitely traitorous. Treason. Thank you. It's definitely a treasonous act by selling to the enemy. JMK said the Chinese had something similar in Kazakhstan. Oh, wait, I can't. Kyrgyzstan, if I'm saying that right, back in 2002, 2003. Yeah, I don't understand it, guys. I do not understand the ideology, but whatever. Hopefully, a lot of us can get rich off of this, throw our money together, and start buying American businesses back from the foreigners. That's what we should be doing. Smithfield is directly owned by, well, Henry, all Chinese businesses are under the supervision of the Chinese intelligence service or the Chinese government. Every last businesses, according to their social credit scoring system, businesses have to operate a certain way to get points, if you will, so that they can get leeway, meaning they can get deliveries in and deliver stuff out. If they have poor scoring, they can't deliver shit out and they can't get stuff in. So if they need to make something, they can't get anything in if their credit scoring system is bad. So the government runs all of their businesses, right? And again, anytime they open a business here, the Chinese fucking government has fucking their hooks in it. I don't know why. I wish we could pull our money together and fucking buy certain businesses like that, like fucking Smithfield. Fucking why not, right? buy it back, employ people, put somebody in charge who's business savvy, and let them run it. But we should not be selling anything to anybody other. I don't give a fuck if they're from the UK. We should not be selling any American business and any American land to anyone who's not American. I shit you not. I wish if I was fucking some kind of a leader, that would be the first thing I implement. Anything that's owned by any foreign country will be bought out, and we will take it. We will fucking seize the land from them, and we will pay them what it's worth. Whatever it's worth, we give them the money, and now we own it, and tell them to go kick fucking rocks. That's the only way you're gonna get it done. Being fucking nice is not working. It's the only thing we should be doing. Keeping everything up. The American industry American. You know, if Chinese companies want to operate, I wouldn't even let them operate in any companies in this country at all. As long as the United States government, the Chinese government has their hooks in all of their businesses, I would not allow one single Chinese entity to work here in this country at all. Listen, that's racist, whatever the fuck you want to call it, man. Then I would not allow them to fucking do that. It's insane. It's fucking insane. Right? We're watching fucking this whole January 6th bullshit, right? The 6th. They keep talking about the 6th, and we got so many of the goddamn problems going on. We have inflation, gas prices, fentanyl, hunger, and starvation goes with that. We have so many fucking issues, guys, popping up. It's fucking insane. And yet people are worried about the 6th. They're like, oh, let's focus on that. Let's make sure we have Trump not able to run for 2024. Because that's what this is all about, guys. This is what it's all about. It's all about, this fucking, this not having Trump run for 2024. I don't understand. Again, we have the China issue, we have recession, we have baby formula shortages, homelessness, supply chain, open borders. Forget about the open fucking borders bullshit. With the tampon shortages, we got real serious shit to worry about. Medication shortages possibly coming up soon, or more medication shortages coming up soon. And we're worried about the 6th. We're worried about some bullshit that's in the past. And again, all to get this fucking guy not to run. Oh, well, if they find him guilty, he can't run for president. And so they're going after it. They act like we're fucking stupid. That's the crazy shit. They act like the American... Well, I'm sorry. Let me walk it back. Majority of the American public is stupid because they are buying into this fucking... the 6th fucking jury thing. Judge thing. Sorry. Trial. Hearing. Whatever the fuck you want to call it. And we... Thank you, Hudson Valley. And we got an ammo shortage on top of that. Again, they're not going to call her in, big dog. They're not calling her in because what is she going to say, right? She was in charge of the security. If I'm not mistaken, she was in charge of the security for that, and she shit the bed on that. So, yeah, again, guys, William, J6 was a joke. It is. I don't know why the fuck we're focused on it. We got bigger fucking problems. But anyway, guys, with that, yes, JMK, it's all a smokescreen. You're right, but I think again, more being a smokescreen than it is they just don't want Trump to run, so they're gonna throw everything they possibly can at this, right? Hey, do not get out of your room again. Do you hear me? Go to bed. But yeah. It's gonna get fucking bad with this bullshit. And then if the January 6th thing doesn't work, they're gonna fucking throw the whole Roe versus Wade in there. Then what? Right? So anyway, guys. And thank you, Rich. That's the thing. Who cares about January 6th? It passed. Ryan Evans says you're a moron. I guess I am. But I don't know, guys. It's they're seemingly throwing what they can to see what sticks. If the Roe versus Wade thing turns into a situation, yeah, we're gonna fucking see. We're gonna see how much worse that's gonna get, or what they're going to push to make it worse. Corey Lynn, we know that. We know it's not Trump's not polarizing. The Democrats are. They're trying to fucking polarize this whole thing. You know, but whatever. Another Fast Freddy. What's more? Yeah, I'll always have one person call me a moron or an idiot. Whatever I am. Whatever makes you happy. But whatever you do, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. That's all I have to say. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys probably tomorrow morning. Um, Ryan Evans, what didn't I clearly watch? I'm confused now. You're losing me. Mr. Ryan Evans, what didn't I watch? Fucking politicians. Yeah, all right. I'm not gonna wait for Ryan Evans. And Ryan Evans, if you're talking about I didn't watch what happened January 6th, I was there, dickface. I don't know what else to tell you other than don't believe all the bullshit. And listen, if there needs to be a hearing, then there needs to be a hearing. But to sit there and drag it out the way they're dragging it out, it's called bullshit. But if you're one of those people that like to believe the bullshit, so be it. Other than that, guys, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you.